This ethnographic project describes how Bengali people and Orthodox Jewish people communicate in their own communities. Nikita comes from a mixed background and is half Bengali. Hadar comes from a modern Orthodox Jewish background. First, let's define the parts of communication. Verbal communication refers to the various dialects, registers, and slang that are associated within cultures. Nonverbal communication is any type of communication that happens without spoken language. Here, you see Obama and his nonverbal facial expressions and gestures. Communication also consists of thinking styles, conflict resolution, and humor that differ between cultures. We're starting with this map of Bangladesh to familiarize everyone with the geography. As you can see, it neighbors India, and this is where much of the dialects of Bengali come from. Bengali is natively known as Bangla. It dates back to the Indo-Aryan branch of the Indo-European language family. Its direct ancestors are Sanskrit and Prakrit, which date back to the 10th century. There's also a colloquial type and an elegant type of speech in the Bangla language. Here's an example of the colloquial Bangla compared to a more poetic type. Bengali people usually speak loudly and fast. The language is poetically based and needs a constant rhythm and tempo to follow. Bengali communication also uses a lot of hand gestures, facial expressions, and low spatial awareness. However, when speaking with women, men tend to stand further away from them than when speaking to people of the same gender. Here's a picture of the Chief Minister of West Bengal, Mamata Banerjee, expressing herself through hand gestures. Bengali culture has a hierarchy of respect for elders and men. Politeness is more important than honesty.
Jewish communication style, the language and its history. There are two main kinds of people within the Jewish population, Sephardic Jews and Ashkenazic Jews. Sephardic is the Hebrew term for Spain or Spanish. Jews of this culture originated from areas hundreds of years ago including Spain, Portugal, all along North Africa and the Middle East to Syria, Iraq, and Israel, as you can see on the map highlighted in red. Hence, there are many languages that are part of the Sephardic culture. These languages include Farsi, Aramaic, and the most obvious, Hebrew. Ashkenazic is the Hebrew term meaning German, as Ashkenazic Jews originated from Germany, Poland, Ukraine, and Austria. As you can see on the map highlighted in blue, they too have several languages. The most common language amongst Hasidic Ashkenazic Jews is Yiddish. Yiddish is a combination of German and Hebrew. Hebrew, the most common language spoken among Jews, has 22 letters. Body language and physical contact. As you can see in the picture on the left, Jews can be very passionate during prayers. It is not uncommon to see someone sway to the sides or back and forth. You might often see them cover their eyes so they can concentrate more on their prayers. Orthodox men and women do not touch members of the opposite gender unless they are close relatives, unless they are medical professionals, or unless it is an emergency. Spouses often refrain from any public displays of affection as it is considered immodest. Respect and hierarchy among religious Jews. Children are taught at a young age to respect their elders. Children are taught not to disagree with their parents, especially not in public or around other individuals. One huge lesson that most children learn in Jewish day school is to stand up when their teacher or parent enters and exits the room. Oftentimes, teachers will wait at the doorway to come in until each student is at his or her feet. Thank you for watching our presentation, and we hope you learned a bit more about each of our cultures.